So we open on the interior of quite a well-to-do, well-made, what sort of not rich, not like upper class, but middle, sort of lower middle class. Not quite a stately home, but like a big house. Like it's all got nice decorated. There's decorative carpets down a hallway. There's ornate sort of tables and chests and paintings of people, like really important, stately looking men along the wall. And as the camera sort of goes down this hallway, we pass a window, and out the window you can see a massive, like quite a wide bay. There's a good 3 or 4 massive big frigate ships in the harbour bobbing. It's a lovely day. The sun's beating down on this thing. Everything seems quite nice. The camera spins back round as we go back down the hallway, and from a room off to one of the sides we can hear 2 or 3 men talking quite loudly, quite assertively, maybe not aggressively, but they're obviously having a bit of a big debate about something. We come round a corner into another room, where in the middle of a room a small Triton boy is playing with some blocks. Just playing, having a good time. Luke, can you describe what a 3-year-old your character might look like for us, please?
As a 3-year-old?
As a 3-year-old. Catching them off guard.
The green hair, blue skin, still quite tall for their age though. Not, I don't say malnourished, but on the thinner side.
Slim,
yeah. And playing with some blocks, and
he's just got some wooden blocks playing on the floor.
Just moving them slightly, somewhat without necessarily touching them.
Yeah,
even at this early age.
Maybe just like hand sort of millimetres over the top sort of thing.
Mostly it looks like manipulating the moisture more than anything else.
I think that's fair. Yeah, sounds good.
And probably wearing quite a tunic with some pops of colour that sort of look like coral and stuff like that, and but very oceanic colours. Still fairly bright, but also with quite a few dark patches throughout the clothing. But equally, he is looking a bit uncomfortable with the fact he's on land.
Yeah. So this is Typhus. This is Typhus as a 3-year-old. He's very young. He sat just in his own little world playing with these bricks. Sort of, he's discovered he can manipulate them slightly, like you said, manipulate the water. He's sort of trying to push it as far as we can go. Off to your left slightly, there is a big sort of solid oak, dark oak door, which has got like more of the same intricate designs on it. And the door opens, and out walks a man, a tall man, a human man. He's got like quite a militaristic uniform. It's not like the local military or local force, but it's quite well-to-do, well brought up. He walks out, sees you playing your things. This is a man that you know to be your father. Your father, obviously, even as a 3-year-old, you are aware that he looks very different to you. There is maybe something that it intrigues you about that. You don't necessarily think that's wrong, but he's different to you. But this is your father, this is your dad. And as he walks out, he stops and takes a look at you, and then carries on walking. And the 2 men that we heard talking in the room with him follow him out, and they go downstairs and they leave. Can you do a perception check for me, please? I don't think you can fail it, but I'm not going to tell you the DC.
That is a 16.
Yeah, you smash it. It was a DC 3. As you see
your record, I couldn't have found it.
I didn't want to just give you something for free, so I was like, I'll make you do an early check. Even as a 3-year-old, you're playing, you see your father come down, and as you look at where he's come, you notice that for the first time in your memory, the door is open. Just a little bit, hasn't locked. This is a room that you've never been allowed in, have you never seen the inside of. What'd you do?
I go and push the door open to see whether I can just see inside. I have no intention of going in, I just want to see what's in there.
As you sort of push the door, even like with your 3-year-old, he's like, I mean, not a baby, you're a 3-year-old and you're a Triton, so you've got a bit of force behind you, so you open it, it swings open. And it's your dad's study. There's a big desk in the middle, again, same sort of wood, same sort of dark pine. Again, similar sort of designs, these swirling patterns and carvings in it. Directly behind the chair behind that, there is a very, very different cabinet. This cabinet looks like it's been all carved out of one piece of like a dark, almost obsidian-looking material. As you stand there, you see this cabinet at the back, very different, very eye-catching by being different. On that check, you also hear
as a 3-year-old, the curiosity is going to take over, and I'm going to wander in towards.
Yeah.
See if I can just see where this sound's coming from, but equally get the sense of foreboding that I'm in a place I shouldn't be.
But you want to look at the cabinet?
I'm going to look at the cabinet.
So as you walk up to the cabinet, this music it's playing very faintly. I know that was quite loud, but very faintly, and it sort of fills you as that sense of foreboding that you said is still there. You're very aware that you're not meant to be in here. There must be a specific reason that your father has never let you in this room. But this cabinet, this music and this very interesting thing in front of you is sort of blocking out everything. And for a second, it almost looks like this is the only thing you can see in your vision. Do you attempt to open it?
I attempt to get close. I want to feel what it's like first before I...
So, as you walk round your dad's desk, you're standing directly in front of it, looking up at it. The word I would use to describe how you're what it's sort of feeling like is inviting.
Okay. I'm going to reach out to touch it. No more intention than that at this moment.
As you reach your hand out, your skin barely makes contact with the doors, and they disintegrate away, disappear, almost disapparate away.
The doors?
The doors disappear. So they disappear in front of you. Not your hands. Yeah, your hands are now gone. And in the middle of this, when the doors disappear, there's this black, almost seemingly empty and forever looking void. Like you can't see the back of this thing. But then in the middle is a 1.5 foot square piece of parchment floating flat in front of you, and on it there are, as a 3-year-old, what you can see is different colours swirling, moving around. So at one point the whole piece of paper goes green, and then it fades to red, and then it changes to a various number of lines, different colours, oranges and greens and yellows, and that all interconnecting and moving. That music's still playing faintly, but very prevalent to you now.
I'll reach out.
As you reach out, slowly, the interest in your hand, the interest in your eyes being possessed by this thing, you get again millimetres away from it, and a little bit of the magic, like a little spark of light, jumps off and just dances on your fingers. As you look down at your fingers to sort of watch it, you're a 3-year-old, you're amazed, like lights take your attention quite quickly. It's dancing around your fingers. As you're watching it and you see it sort of almost doing a dance, it almost seems to be in rhythm. You hear footsteps outside the door.
What, coming back up the stairs or immediately?
There, you can tell they are the unmistakable sound of your father's boots heading back upstairs.
I quickly turn around and hide underneath the desk. Or attempt to, I should say.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I can give you that. As you hide under the desk, as you step away, the doors materialise again, like nothing had happened. You slide under the desk, hiding away, and as you look back down at your hand, the spark of light's gone. The camera zooms in on your, this is the weirdest thing I'm ever going to say, 3-year-old face, onto your eyes, as a series of colours flashes across your eyes, and we cut to black.